I'm currently driving a 57-foot long barge that we just built, loaded with my Black Hawk helicopter through the channel at Lake Powell. And this is one of the coolest things I've ever done and might ever do.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Are you ready?
All right, APU's coming up. There's two things that I do to really take care of my body and make sure that I'm feeling, the best I possibly can. There's the easy way, and then there's the hard way. And today I'm going the hard way because I have been traveling a lot, been on the road a ton, and as I've been traveling, I forgot to bring my AG1 with me, which means I have not been getting my comprehensive daily nutrition that my body's so used to. So when I forget to drink my AG1 every day, I start to feel those effects, fade away because it's not giving my body the fuel that it needs, which means today, I have to do an IV drip to be able to kind of return to that baseline level. And then once I get to the level where I want to be, then I just take my AG1 every single day and boom, I feel better. But what I found is if I'm consistent with my AG1, meaning I drink 1 scoop at least every single day, I've noticed that my energy levels are way better. I've noticed that I don't crave caffeine. I don't even crave sugar and sweets as much because this stuff right here is fueling my body with good stuff instead of just synthetic and basically garbage ingredients. So I take my 1 little scoop there, mix it with cold water, and it's so good. I actually really love the way that it tastes. So do me a favor, guys. Click the link in my description below, go to AG1's website, place an order. AG1 is gonna hook you up with your first order. They're gonna give you a 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, absolutely free, plus 5 of these travel packs absolutely free with your first order. It's a no-brainer. It's a great, simple way to improve and maintain your baseline health, and it's going to give your body all the stuff that it wants that you just don't find in food these days. And that way you can avoid having to do something this drastic so often. So with that said, I want to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video and for creating a product that makes me feel better. So we're getting the boat unloaded. We're here at Antelope Point. I want to give a huge shout out real quick to Antelope Point and also to Zach Smoot from Pal Heads. Without them, we would have been trying to set this up somewhere else. It would have been a nightmare. So they really pulled through, closed off a nice section of their lot for us. We got a couple of machines here. Basically gonna pull everything off and assemble it right here in the road. Put the tow truck wheels, the little dolly wheels underneath the back, and then just walk it down to the ramp. So we probably got about a solid 4 or 5 hours of assembly time here on the short side. I'm hoping it doesn't take much longer than that, but.
We're pulling these top pieces off while we're waiting for our lifting swings to get here. Trying to go nice and slow and be as easy and kind as we can.
The crew's been working for days, so they'll be here a little late because they had to get breakfast and actually get some sleep for the first time in who knows how long.
Two pieces down. I'm so freaking excited. This has been a long time coming, and the fact that my guys got it down here so quickly and so perfectly, I don't think I've ever been more proud of my crew. Like, I'm really, really grateful to have guys that actually care to do the job the right way and do it better than anybody else. I got a damn good crew.
Thing that I've ever seen in my life. This thing's gonna be lit up like a Christmas tree. Look at all the lights and just everything. Like, I'm super impressed. Like, blows every expectation I had out of the water, 100%. There is nothing like it on Lake Powell.
They look moist? I'm trying to get the whole solid color because it was like a lighter red earlier and I
No,
wanted red,
I actually-
dark red.
I-
I'm not too
good.
bad yet.
So how's it going right now?
Oh, this went fantastically well. About 3 hours from start to this point. We have pontoons out. We have all the decking on. We're fastening it down as we speak, running finishing wires. It's like, with this team, we can do anything. Name something that we can't do.
I can't.
I didn't think you could. The last 2 days of taking this boat apart and putting it on the trailer was some of the best nights. All-nighters, laughing with the boys, having a good time. We were deliriously tired. We worked until the sun came up, drove straight down here, got here last night, slept for a couple hours, and now we already have it back together. It's like, this is the dream team. The dream team.
So right now I'm doing the wiring for heater pump. I have to wire these to our inverters that are going to be run by 1600 amps of lithium power.
Irán, abrimos arriba y los jalamos desde arriba con un strap.
Big milestone right here. This is the last big piece. It's gonna be the trickiest part because you can't get the telehandler all the way under it.
Just go behind this beam. Boom back. Up. Boom back. Boom back. Alright, I'm in on this side.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Why don't you stop what you're doing right now? Think of the most epic song you can think of after you're building basically a battleship and marching it into the water for its first voyage. It's maiden voyage. Maiden, Iron Maiden. I could go for some Iron Maiden. What do you think? Put in the comments below.
You asleep, amigo? Huh?
Yeah, you can send them.
You ready to float? You ready to take
Oh,
it?
no, let's
You ready to
Is
drive?
he gonna float or is he gonna sink? Put some floaties on this guy.
Yeah.
Get some little donut floaties around your arms.
I need it. Okay, 10-minute countdown. Plan is clean up as much as we can. Button down the hatches as fast as we can. We got the bumpers on, we got the decking on, they're putting on the gator step. I think guys are just ready to jump in the water at this point, so really just clean up as much as we can, tow it down to the fuel station, fill it up, get on the water. Those are sound effects.
Yeah, let's get like a.
We're almost there. We are so close. It is currently about 6 o'clock Arizona time, 7 o'clock Utah time, which is literally we're camping in a 7 o'clock time zone. We are working in a 6 o'clock time zone. So we're headed, as soon as we get a couple more wires tied up here, we're gonna go put it in the water, make sure it floats, get it started, everything. Pretty much ready to rock and roll. These guys are kicking ass. It's so incredible seeing my guys and everybody. Guys, I mean, Zach over here. Zach's a freaking workaholic. I got a lot of respect for people with work ethic. The group that you're seeing here right now has incredible work ethic. Like, they don't have to be told what to do. They just find something to do and they do it. So super grateful for that. I don't want to let that go unnoticed. We're close, guys. We're gonna get this thing in the water, and it's been a long time coming. I'm really excited for this. We decided to take a little break after we got the barge moving. My guys have been working for like 10 days straight, like 18 hours a day. So took a little breather, let it cool down a little bit. We're finishing up just the lights, making sure we wanted to test all the lights out of the water first to make sure everything was good. They're putting the last light in, and we're gonna walk it over to the fuel island and get some fuel. Antelope Point's so rad for helping us out. Like, this is such a big deal, and they're staying late and helping us. So big shout out to Antelope Point Marina. Everybody here is ready for this barge to be swimming. Slow and steady, not taking any chances right now. We've already had way too many setbacks. All right, we are at the water. The front of the boat is just barely touching the water, and now we got to pick up the back and push it in. I'm regretting this method. I wanted to do something different. Next time we're gonna have actually like axles for it or a trailer to launch it. This is a trial run. There's gonna be definitely all sorts of errors, especially with the little bit of time that we had. All things considered, we're doing all right. We're on the water, we're floating. The barge is in the lake. This is a huge moment for all of us. We're still basically resting the rear of the boat on the boat ramp while we finish up some last minute touches, getting the motors, make sure they're all good to go. And then once those are in, we're gonna push off and we're gonna take it for its maiden voyage. I've never done a maiden voyage on an actual like boat before, like the first one out. So I'm pretty excited about that. The water is literally just glowing with this liquid lumens lighting. This stuff is unreal, and we're not even all the way in yet. Once we get in, this thing's gonna glow like crazy. Okay, that's good, stop. All right, let's give this thing a shot, huh?
You can't wait for that.
This is so rad. She's smooth, and it has got fantastic handling, just like we were hoping. Putting these engines this far apart creates a massive lever arm. When you put one engine forward and one back, it'll just spin this thing on a freaking dime. So now the real test is to see what kind of speed we can get. I'm really hoping for at least 20. Holy balls. We did it, boys. Nice, yeah.
Right behind me are the winners of the Lake Powell experience. Woo!
I've actually really enjoyed meeting these guys. They're cool guys. And so if you're not as cool as them, don't get entered. All right, well, helicopter time.
It's time to land the Black Hawk on the barge. Been quite the process. As you've seen, we're finally there. We're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna put this big girl on that boat and just look at it forever because it's gonna look really cool. Flawless. Actually not flawless, it's a little bit to the side, but we'll take it. I was gonna pick up and scoot over another foot to get it like perfectly centered, but I didn't want to, press our luck. All things considered, it's not bad. And now we have a Black Hawk on a barge and it looks freaking sick.
The tail flap on your ramp came up halfway through, so maybe a design where that locks into place.
That was awesome!
I mean, I don't know, I'm just, the dream came true.
Shouldn't it tear enough?
You can't tell.
It's a Wizard Grand Prize.
That was a little chaotic, but it worked out really well. The lines that we had weren't ideal.
Are you supposed to come up with something cooler than this now? Are you gonna be able to?
I guess we can try to catch a space shuttle like Elon does, but he's already done that. I don't know. The only thing that would be cooler would be if we had enough power to now go water ski behind this with the Black Hawk on. The boat still has a ton of power. Like I'm half throttle right now, and it's just freaking pushing. We're doing, let's see, 12 miles an hour, which is faster than the top speed of the other barge, completely empty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right there.
Team did an amazing job. This is just hard work put into it. Cannot happen without this crew right here. It's like just a lot of work. Exciting, amigo. Exciting moment.
This thing's floating better now with the Hawk on it and us motoring than when we were motoring with it empty. I thought maybe it'd be a little top heavy and listy, and the thing's rock solid. Heavy hit it out of the park on this one.
USA by a bunch of Mexicans.
What's your magic power?
My team, that's it.
Dave, what's his special sauce?
Iram's special sauce? I have no idea. This man is straight from heaven. For the longest time, we struggled so hard to find a good shop manager, somebody that could actually, keep the guys motivated, keep them on task, but also be super talented and super smart and be able to do literally whatever I ask. And the thing I love about Iram is he knows what I want without me really being able to explain it to him. Because a lot of times I don't even know what I want, but I tell him kind of how I want something to work. And then I come in and look at the computer and he's got this drawing up on SolidWorks and he's just a wizard. So this is his first boat he's ever built. He just was like, I got it, I'll figure it out, and just figured it out. Bien hecho, amigo. Mi compa Iram. I want to show you one of my favorite features on this boat, but I'm gonna leave it to the greatest hype man to ever walk this earth.
All right, let me paint the picture for you, my friends. There you are, out at the lake. You want to impress your friends. So what do? You show up on your nearly 60-foot by 20-foot barge, letting your feet caress the armadillo bed liner and the gator step that is cushioning you, making you feel so good, and powered by none other than 2 Mercury motors that have been turned up to 330 horses, my friend. Then here you are at the console, or the helm if you will. If you're a pirate like I am, you have your 12-inch Garmin, you have your Mercury controls, and your helmet makes you feel like a man because you are driving the biggest, the baddest barge on the planet. And look at all the custom work by Sparks Motors. You have this beautiful overhang. I think it's a pretty hot day. What if you're back here, and you turn on the misters for all your friends that are sitting on the seats, listening to beautiful tunes on the wet sound speakers because they have just spent a day out on the Pavati. Is that cool? I thought it'd be cool. The lights came on right when I said Pavati. And Baja Design lights to light up the night. And I also have on each corner a laser beam. Big battery, has battery. That's modeled the Husky 2. It has 400 amp hours each battery. We got 4 of them. We got 2 inverters to power the hot tub. Listen, if I haven't convinced you by now that you should be on my party barge, then you obviously don't like fun, and I don't want to hang out with you. And to keep the party going, there's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 150-gallon fuel tanks. My personal favorite feature, landing craft ramp, also doubles as a jump ramp. You're cruising down the lake with your friends, you're drinking your Mountain Dew, you're listening to some Led Zeppelin, going as fast as you can, boom! Up and over your Black Hawk and down into the water on the other side. Now, I don't recommend trying that at home unless you are me and Heavy D.
We can put anything on here as long as it's not taller than 4 feet or so, because the helicopter blades, the roof is designed to fold down for that very reason. So before even posting this video, we're getting hit up by people that want them. So there's a lot of changes and stuff that we can make, be customized, and to any size. You can put multiple different pontoons on here, and then we're on the next one. We're going to use the bottom of the storage, or the bottom of the pontoon for storage. Thought maybe today would be like just kind of like tidy up, get ready to go home. Waking up, coming over here and seeing it again, I'm just as excited again. We're probably gonna do 2 takeoffs and landings practice just with nobody on. Now, obviously the main purpose of these videos and this trip was to build, reveal, and use our Black Hawk helicopter barge. We had plans to create 3, 4, 5 separate videos from our beach series, but with the delays that we experienced, we weren't able to, and we're gonna do it again where we have more time to set up and get enough accommodations to be able to invite all of our good friends. We needed some serious help from different people, sponsors, and companies. First up, we have Roma Marine. Roma Marine is a company that builds pontoons, and we went to them with a need for massive pontoons, and they pulled through in the biggest way possible. Next up, we've got Liquid Lumens. Liquid Lumens is a local company based here in Salt Lake City, and they specialize in underwater lighting for boats. They decided to go completely over the top with this by installing over 28 different underwater lights Speaking of lights, that brings me to our next sponsor, who's Baja Designs. They've been a longtime partner of the channel. They provided us with the lights for the top of the helm, along with one of their new products, which is essentially a laser. So we took 4 of their new laser lights and put them on all 4 corners of the barge, and these lights shoot straight up into the sky with a green laser that you can see from miles away. Armadillo Liner is essentially a truck bed liner product that we used to spray the entire deck. And the reason we did this is because they offer a light color tan, which is excellent for dissipating heat. It lasts forever and has excellent non-slip, qualities. Gator Step takes sheets of high density foam and they run it through their CNC machine, and they can create custom fit flooring and basically panels for anywhere on the boat that not only look good, but they also provide excellent traction. They're soft, they're comfortable for bare feet. One of the most important things for me in building this barge was to make sure that it had all of the creature comforts that you'd find on really nice brand new wakeboard and other types of boats. That's why we decided to go with a 12-inch Garmin screen that not only gives us navigational charts, water depth, and all sorts of other information about the environment. It also gives us the ability to monitor our engines, check our temperatures, check our speed. Honestly, we can control pretty much everything on this boat right here from one 12-inch Garmin screen. On our boat, we decided to partner with a company called Big Battery. Big Battery builds the most incredible batteries I've ever seen. We decided to go with their Husky 2 system, essentially creating 1,600 amp hours of energy that we can use for lighting, hot tub, and any other power needs that we have on this boat. And those batteries are sending power through 2 inverters. We ran 2 inverters because we wanted 220 volts to be able to run the pump and the heater and all the components for the hot tub, which do consume a lot of power. Now, when it comes to recharging these batteries, we hooked up a trickle charger from the alternators of each engine that are constantly feeding the batteries. But in addition to that, we also have deck-mounted solar panels that will keep these batteries topped off, charged, and maintained year-round, regardless of whether it's being used or not. We have a spot for a generator where it can sit and be plugged in and be used kind of in a worst-case scenario. Antelope Point Marina came in so clutch for us. Essentially, they offered us everything we could possibly need, including a spot in their yard, and then used their private launch ramp in the middle of the night to get this boat in the water. Huge shout out to both Glen Canyon National Park Service and Antelope Point Marina. My friend Paul Southam and Jim and Nisha Burgess saw the need for a houseboat, and they stepped up and offered their own private boats, because without them, we'd be sleeping in tents on the beach. So my biggest takeaway from building this project is I've got an amazing crew of guys, like the best crew I've ever had by far, and their talent and their work ethic and their just overall ambition is unmatched by any crew that I've ever worked with in the past. And I'm just extremely grateful for it. So thank you so much to everybody involved. And for those of you watching the video, if you're interested in any of these incredible products that we've been able to use on this barge, I've got everything linked in the description down low. Scroll down, find the part or product that you're looking for, click on it, and go give that company some love. I know some of you may watch these videos and think, you don't really take winners. Well, guess what? Here's the footage. Our friends John, Ethan, and Nolan were the winners, and they were able to join us on this adventure. I'm willing to bet that they're gonna tell you it was one of the most unforgettable and incredible experiences of their life. This barge is the first of many boats that we're going to be building. Sparks Motors is opening a new branch called Sparks Marine. Now, Sparks Marine is going to be a company that builds specialty custom boats, such as this 56-foot by 20-foot helicopter landing barge. We also have plans to build work boats, boats that are designed to help recover other sunken boats. We plan to build some extremely high-performance jet boats. So if you're interested in having a custom boat built, if you need a custom helicopter barge or a high-performance jet boat or a work boat, hit us up. We may be able to take on your build. Shoot an email to info@heavydsparks.com right here on the screen, and let us know what you're looking for, what your specs are, and we'll get back to you and let you know if it's something that we can do. So with that said, guys, I just want to thank finally all of you. Every single one of you who watches these videos, when you comment, when you like, when you subscribe, what that does, it takes our videos and pushes them out to more people. And when more people watch our videos, that means we're able to do more cool stuff. The more eyeballs we get, the more support we get from not only YouTube and different sponsors, but it gives us encouragement and motivation to continue to push the envelope as hard as we can to come up with innovative, cool, unique, and exciting content that you guys all enjoy. And without you, it wouldn't be possible. So I don't ever want you to think that we take you for granted, because we don't. We value every single one of you, and we're grateful for your support.